Has the Vatican covered up secrets for centuries? Or is it all just noise created by its many enemies? The Vatican firmly say it's the latter. But are they telling the truth?
Tens of thousands of children worldwide have been abused systematically for years within the Catholic Church.
Vatican finances stem from centuries of intrigue, mysterious deaths, and influence.
Almorth made headlines around the world recently when he said the devil was present in the Vatican.
For decades now, the Vatican has been under constant attack from newspapers, authors, historians, and critics who claim that it's corrupt and riddled with twisted priests who live immoral and sinful lives behind its walls. Although it vehemently denies it, over the years it's been accused of storing Nazi gold bullion, laundering mafia money, child abuse, and even running slave labour institutions with prostitutes and single mothers in Ireland at so-called Magdalene laundries. Some have even accused it of harbouring satanic worshippers, indulging in black magic, and hiding relics such as the body of Jesus itself. It might sound a little far-fetched, but its accusers are adamant.
You have to realize this is the wealthiest nation on the planet. They could have built their headquarters, their capital, anywhere. They own so much land, but they chose this spot, which is directly over ancient pagan temples, Mithra temples. I can't believe for a second that it's an accident that Vatican City is situated where it is.
I think any institution that has managed to amass the kind of wealth, the kind of power, the kind of history and mythology that the Vatican has, hasn't done so by giving away all of its secrets.
Pope Francis is undoubtedly, he came in on a brief to introduce financial transparency. And he's certainly done that at the central level, particularly at the level of the Vatican Bank, the IOR, which for a long time was like an offshore bank. You know, there were political bribes being laundered through the Vatican Bank in the 1990s, mafia money, mafia drug money as well. Scandalous. And a lot's been done to make the Vatican Bank much more transparent. But Pope Francis has got a big, big job ahead of him. It would probably take 10 reforming popes and not just one to really get to the bottom of all of the meandering underground rivers of money within the church in the broad sense.
Every new pope, including the current one, claims that they are going to reform the church. Yeah, right. This is the wealthiest institution that's ever been. They answer to no one. There's no transparency about their actions. So I like the fact that he's trying, but good luck to him.
So today, the Vatican is still facing serious allegations on a number of fronts, as it has for much of its 1,000-year existence. In each case, the Vatican has been forced time after time to apologise and pay huge fines in compensation, yet continues to court new controversy. However, what is still unclear is what was not discovered or not revealed in the various archive openings. Many continue to believe that the heavily guarded vaults under the Vatican contain heretical material, including alternative Christian gospels, captured texts from other competing religions, and even core relics, such as the Ark of the Covenant and the human remains of Jesus himself.
The irony, of course, about the Vatican, and indeed the whole Roman Catholic Church, is this is an institution responsible for one of the most tyrannical and bloodthirsty episodes in history, which of course was the Inquisition. And while the Vatican and the Catholic Church has been very good at, forming inquiries and inquisitions against people outside, it's been very bad at inquiring at itself. It's never, had an inquisition, an internal inquisition, with quite the same rigour and indeed bloodthirstiness as it may have needed. And I think that what we're looking at today is that it is slowly entering into the 21st century in which it's being held to account more. I think people are more cynical, they are less trusting, and even people who are devout Catholics look at the Vatican and go, is this representing what I want in an institution that is there to promulgate and further my faith? And these are reasonable questions to ask.
There's a lot about the Vatican that's really, when you look at it, quite archaic. If you think about it, this feeds into one of the core notions of religion in general. You do not change. You got it right, when the Messiah came and said, this is how it was, and you don't question and you don't change, because if you change one thing, then everything begins to be questioned. And I guess this is very much what they live by.
The whole Jesus story is made up. And everything from the 10 Commandments, the 7 deadly sins, 4 mortal sins, purgatory, hellfire, damnation, Beelzebub, Baphomet, Baal, the devil, demons, the Antichrist, and witches are all made up to keep us under control through fear.
It's been mired in scandal after scandal for the last 30 years or so. Money laundering, theft, bullying, child abuse. No matter how much is thrown at the Vatican, it seems to shrug it off and remain as strong as ever. Its critics have written it off for decades, predicting its collapse, and yet in some parts of the world, the Catholic Church is actually growing. The new Pope, Francis, is said to be cleaning up, but whether he will succeed, well, that's too early to say. One thing's for certain, the next chapter in the Vatican's history is going to be an interesting one.